Hey, I'm Mechanical Engineer, and in today's video we're going to be going all Home Alone on a burglar. Since as far back as I can remember, no matter where we've lived, and we move a lot, every single Christmas Eve someone breaks into our house, eats all of our cookies, drinks all of our milk, and leaves us with cheap wooden toys that no one wants. And I know that doesn't sound like much, but he does it every single year, and he follows us from house to house, and none of us feel safe on Christmas Eve anymore. All of our doors are always locked, all of our windows are always locked, no windows are broken, we have a security system. I swear the only way he could possibly get in is through the chimney, and I know that sounds crazy. So for the past few years, it's kind of become a tradition of mine to booby trap the chimney and fireplace to try to stop him from getting in. And although none of my traps have been able to stop him up to this point, I have been able to see what he looks like. He's a heavier set guy, long strangly white beard, and he carries a I don't know. But since we just moved to this house, that means I'm going to have to re-booby trap everything. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to show you guys how I'm going to do it, because this is the year we're going to get him. Now, as I previously mentioned, this lowlife usually breaks into my house through the chimney. So I'm going to kick off this build by cutting out a small board out of plywood that can easily fit in the fireplace. I'm then going to cut a hole in the center of the board just big enough to snugly fit my 18-volt power switch. Then add some legs to the bottom of the baseboard to help lift it up a little bit. Next, I'm going to take this thin pine board and hinge it on the end of the base plate right over the switch. This way, once you push down on the wood, it'll complete the circuit for the switch beneath. I'm now going to hinge another piece to the other end of the base plate, only this one we're going to want to stick out about an inch beneath the bottom. Like this. And the reason why we mounted it with this extra inch is so we can now come back with 2 extension springs and mount it to the base plate. And actually, while we're under here, we might as well send in a few extra long screws and nails to make it super uncomfortable on the top. That ought to do it. And I know you guys are probably like, whoa, those are super long screws, and they are, but last time I saw this guy, he was wearing some like crazy combat boots or something. Next, I'm going to drill a hole at the top of each board and then tie them together with some heavy duty twine or even better paracord. Just like this. Now when you push down on the first board, it'll not only activate the switch, but also pull the other board towards you. Lastly, for this trap, I'm going to mount a battery-powered circular saw to the top of the second arm and then wire it to the switch. Now when that guy tries to slide down my chimney, he'll be met with this. He'll slide straight down, his foot will land on this bar, and... as you just saw, it appears to work. Now, although that should take care of him and really mess him up, I am nothing if not careful. So for the next trap, I'm going to take 2 scrap wood pieces and drop a screw at the top and bottom of both of them. I'm then going to take an extension cord and strip about 3 feet of wire off the female end, then wrap each end of the exposed wire onto one of the screws. I'm also going to take some extra sharp metal and wrap it around the extension cord wires, creating barbs. With that, this trap is now complete. How it works is we'll first stretch out the wires and attach each wood piece to a side of the fireplace. Then once everything's secure, we'll plug it in. This way there's no way for that bozo to get out of the fireplace without coming into contact with these wires and getting electrocuted. But now you're probably wondering what's the deal with the barbs we added. Well, last time I saw this monster, he had on a super thick coat and gloves, so the barbs are to poke through his clothing to make contact with his skin. This is one of my favorite little traps because it's so easy to make, yet so effective. However, fair warning, there is about a 50-50 chance it'll burn down your house while you sleep. Now, although I don't expect him to survive the first 2 traps, if by some divine miracle he does, I have one last trap I'm going to make. What I'm going to do is take some wood stripper, WD-40, and industrial grade floor cleaner, mix it all together, then soak the cookies that he always goes for into the concoction. With that, all of our traps are now complete and it's time to set them up. Hey kid, where's the fireplace at?
This house doesn't have a fireplace.
Well, dang it.
Thanks for watching, and please feel free to subscribe.